time for breakage is over. Introducing Curaplex. Okay, I'm going to go through it all, how to use the High Lift Curaplex. Doesn't matter how gentle your formulation is, like if you're using a really good bleach, if you've got colors that are PPD free, organic coloring, doesn't matter what it is. If the condition of the hair is compromised, that's when you can use your Curaplex. It'll just help to protect the hair a little bit from extra damage. Curaplex is designed to be added with the chemical services or mixtures in combination with the chemical treatments that prevent damage before it can even start and repair the hair from previous chemical treatments. Curaplex shields the hair from the chemical harm with no change in lifting ability of the bleaching, the depositing of color, or the no modifications with the smoothing services as well. A lot of your smoothing services you don't need to add Curaplex with in this day and age, but that's we'll discuss that in a minute. The dual action formulation creates new bonds and buffers than the existing ones, delivering added elasticity, strength, and enhanced conditioning and softness. Hair is invincible with any chemical service without fear of the negative repercussions. What does that mean? Okay, I explain it to people like you've got a straw with hundreds and thousands in it. Now, if you've got hair like mine, okay, or that you really heavily compromised hair, mine's not too bad anymore, but if you've got heavily compromised hair, you might only have that much of your straw that's got hundreds of thousands in it, and there's a lot of empty space. Now that's your hair shaft, that's inside your hair, okay? Curaplex, what it does is actually gets in and fills in some of those gaps. So it helps to strengthen it, gives it more elasticity, and helps to protect the hair a little bit more from the conditioning strength of the peroxides or whatever else you're using, depending on what service you're using, okay? So it's a 3-part system. Okay, number 1 is the bond creator. Now this is added to your chemical services. So your number 1 in the Curaplex system is added to your product, your bleach, your tint, your straightening service solution. That's what's added, the number 1. So it buffers and repairs the broken bonds while protecting the existing internal structure of the hair. So exactly what I said with the hundreds and thousands. Okay. Number 2 is the bond fortifier. So this we use after we've rinsed the treatment out, like rinsed the chemical, rinsed the bleach. We use number 2 and we leave that in for 3 to 5 minutes. That helps to fuse and secure the newly formed bonds into the cortex while delivering added hydration and nourishment. Number 3 is the take-home treatment that they use at home. They have to use it. They have to use it to ensure that rebonding stays nice and healthy. It can be used several times a week at home, but you've got to use it straight after, like your next shampoo. You get the clients to do the number 3 at home in between. So while it protects, strengthens and improves elasticity, whether the hair is thermally or chemically over-processed, so just blow drying or chemically over-processed, it will protect it. So I'm not going to go into everything about like what's in it because it's all in the brochures that you get with your products, but how you use it. Mix your hair color cream with your required amount of peroxide, so it's your full amount. Once the hair and color peroxide is mixed in the bowl properly, so you mix the color and the peroxide, you mix that first. Then you add 1 ml of Bond Creator, that's the number 1, to every 10 grams of hair color cream. So say you've used 40 mils of color, and you've mixed up 60 mils of peroxide, you still only use 4 grams of the number 1, or 4 mils of the number 1. Okay, so for every 10 grams or 10 grams of color, you use 1 mil of Bond Creator number 1. So for 40, you use 4. With high lift coloring, you use 7.5 mils of Bond Creator for every 50 mil or grams of color. Okay, so say you're using 50 grams of color to, and then you've got 100 mils of peroxide, you use 7.5 mils of the Bond Creator for high lift colors. For bleaching for mixing with your bleach, doesn't matter if you're balayaging, high lifting, like full scalp bleaching, or you're using it on foils, you use 2 mils of number 1 to every 10 grams of bleaching mixture. So whether it be powder bleach or cream bleach, 2 mils of Bond Creator to every 10 mils of bleaching mixture. So that's not the full amount, that's the actual powder. You're lifting with 25 grams of bleaching powder and 50 mils of peroxide. That's 5 mils of number 1 Bond Creator. You understand that? Just to make that a little bit more clear, it's 2 mils of Bond Creator for every 10 grams of bleaching mixture. Bleach is 25 grams of bleaching powder. Got 5 mils of Bond Creator. For direct colors, like your Adore or any of those sort of things, it actually helps to lock the color in a little bit better. So for instance, 1 bill of Bond Creator for every 10 grams of direct color. So it's like your normal tints. So you just apply, like you basically apply the, say you're using, just to put a few foily pieces of sort of say a pink or something in. So you mix up say 10 mils of your pink and 1 mil of Bond Creator. Okay. Standalone treatment. Now you can use it as a standalone treatment, so they can come in and have just a Curaplex treatment. So what you do is you shampoo the hair, gently towel dry it, get all the excess water out. You mix 10 mils of number 1 with 15 mils of number 2. Mix it together and apply it from roots to end and leave it under heat if you want for 15 minutes and allow it to cool and then rinse well. So then you apply the correct amount of number 2 after you've rinsed that out and leave that on for 2 to 3 minutes. Rinse it out and comb the hair thoroughly and blow dry as done. Okay, that's just like as a standalone treatment. For chemical straighteners, shampoo your hair, mix 10 mils of number 1 for every 50 mil of straightening cream or solution. So 50 mils, 10 mils of Bond Creator. And you mix it and then follow your manufacturer's instructions on your straightening process. Rinse it well, and then when that's complete, apply the neutralizer to the hair, leave that for the required time, rinse well, and then you use your number 2. So you neutralize first, then you use your number 2. Okay. With your keratin smoothings, contact your supplier regarding that, because a lot of the keratin smoothings, like the ones that I use, you don't need to add Curaplex or Olaplex or any Plex too, because they have an inbuilt sort of protective system. Brazilian cacao is one that actually you don't need to add Curaplex to. So again, just be a bit more careful with that. Okay, so it's a little different for perm solutions. You don't actually add it to your perm solutions. What you do is you do your regular perm process, wind your perm, apply the solution, leave that on for however long you leave it on for, Then you rinse it off, towel blot, do your neutralizing, and leave that for its necessary time. Remove your rods, apply your neutralizer to the ends, leave for the required amount of time, and then you rinse it out. But then after that, you do for medium to long hair, you apply 25 to 30 mils of the number 1 Bond Creator just to the hair, roots to ends, and leave it on for 10 minutes. Without rinsing, saturate from the roots to the ends with number 2 over the top. You can actually apply that over the top and leave that on for 5 minutes. Then you rinse the whole lot and blow dry it. It's a little different for the perm solutions because you've already got all that chemical processing done with the thioglycolic acid or whichever ones you're using. It's the fact that what it's doing is helping to rebond the hair afterwards. So it helps to rebond and reinforce the condition of the hair and inside the cortex. Okay, so that's how you use it with perm solution. Just to finish off, we also the Curaplex has a number 4 as well. It's a leave-in moisture treatment that you can use at home. I use it in the salon lots after we've blow dried and stuff like that, and it helps to strengthen and transform the hair, infusing it with the moisture and shine. It's got an anti-aging formula that defends against color fadage and provides UV and thermo protection as well. So basically you apply it with several pumps to clean, towel dried hair and work through from roots to ends. Don't rinse it, you just leave it in. So it is a leave-in treatment that you can just put in. People can use it at home every day if they want to, and it just helps, especially with the hair like mine that has been damaged and is frizzy naturally and chemically treated. It's just really nice just to sort of give it that little bit of it. It's like a heavy duty night cream for the ends of your hair, if that makes any sense. So it helps with breakage. It helps to stop your hair from being damaged with any of the chemical services. That's how Curaplex works. Make sure that if you have any like queries, just ask Beck. Beck is really good with info. Contact High Lift. They can let you know. Ask questions here, obviously. Susie's amazing with all her knowledge. But I hope that it has helped with a little bit of some of the questions that you can use it with, especially your standalone treatments. With your perm solutions, you don't add it to the perm solution, you actually add it to the hair afterwards, and you do your number 1 first and then your number 2 over the top and then rinse the whole lot out. I've found that works really, really nicely. But one of my other things that I love is to stop a lot of this is to use your Curaplex Bond Lift, which is the bleach. If you're using for bleaching, I actually use the Curaplex Bond Lift because you don't have to add anything to it. You just use your number 2 afterwards, and then they do the take home number 3 as well. So that's another one that it would save you trouble. Okay, so with your Curaplex Bond Lift, that already has the Curaplex mixed in with it. So the number 1 is already using it with the bleach. You don't need to add the Curaplex number 1 to the bleach because it's already in the bleach. I'll just say that now. So this is your Curaplex Bond Lift. I use this a lot for my bleaching, just for foiling and for scalp bleaching and stuff. It's amazing because it does stop breakage. Basically, the mixing ratio is 1 to 2. You use it, bring it up, do your toners, yada, 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 and then you do use your number 2 afterwards. And you leave the number 2 on for 3 to 5 minutes. After you've finished using any of the Curaplex treatments with them, and that helps to sort of just reformulate those bonds. If you have any other questions, just leave me a little thing down below or comment, and hope that's helped. Thanks. Bye.